okay, the Muslim party was a lot of fun. We had a good time. And we met the couple there next door. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to get too close to these people. But, so Kareem next door and his wife, Jennifer, I don't know if his wife got a name like Jennifer. The white girl, she converted, and she's talking to my wife now. They've become friends, and she's like, why don't you act more like Kareem? Why are you so disgusting around the kids? And why don't you spend time with the kids? And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I thought we were going to help show them how the world works. And it turns out, like she sees them praying together. She's like, why is that family praying together and we're not praying together? And it's so beautiful what they're doing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they are the Muslims. We are Americans, right? So I'm a little confused here. He's, now Kareem's a nice fella, but he's ruining my life. Because now all of a sudden she's like, oh, you know, why did you, Jennifer, why did you end up wearing a Muslim? She, I would only marry a Muslim. Like, well, I'm like, well, can't they marry other women, more women? And which would seem like pretty interesting. And he's like, no, they signed a special agreement, a wedding agreement, prenup. I didn't know that, where he'll only marry one, and they seem to get along pretty good. So I get up in the morning and I'm like, I'm gonna go do some like video games with motocross, and my wife's like, look at Kareem's doing, you know. He's over there teaching the kids how to shoot a bow and arrow, and hanging out with them, and carving things out with rocks, and I'm like, why don't you go over and help him out? I'm like, oh, okay, now I can't be a stinking dog, so I gotta go over there. So I take my kids over there, and my kids are like, they don't even know what to do, and his kids are all nature kids, and they don't even watch TV over there. I don't know, you can imagine? No beer, no television. I mean, that is nuts. So anyway, he's ruining my life, and he's a nice fella. He comes over, and I'm carrying my trash out. He comes and helps me, and I'm like, I like to be angry with the fella, have a good excuse to hate him, so my friends would get along with me. But he's a gentleman, which is kind of pissing me off still, and he wants to talk about news and current events, which I know nothing about because I am an American, proudly. So I'm going to get up on it and surprise him. I'm going to start watching Fox News, so I will be educated on what's happening in the world. Get a full balanced picture, no spin zone, and then we'll sit down and talk tomorrow, and I'll dazzle him with the update. He's in for a treat, huh? Yeah, it doesn't take us Americans long to figure out what's going on. So anyway, they seem like a nice couple. But again, I thought I was going to help them out, so I thought I was like, hey, I thought I'd be dying for a beer, and I could sneak off and have a beer. And he's like, no, I don't really need beer because I enjoy life too much. And look at God has brought us this wonderful bounty. He sits when I eat the food, I'm eating food. I'm like, he's like, everybody pray, la 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 God. And he's like praying for the food, and I'm like, already finished. And my wife's looking at me like, how dare you? How dare you disrespect Kareem and our food? Now all of a sudden we're sitting ready to have dinner, and she's like, well, who's going to say the prayer? And I'm like, what is this? What is this? I mean, this doesn't seem right. I mean, it's not what I expected. Now, I got some friends of mine that might have a problem with me hanging around with a Muslim, so that's a problem. My wife doesn't seem to care. My wife would actually like an excuse to distance me from my good buddies. But Kareem is awfully nice. I don't think he's over there actually helping my kids do something. Now, see, he's over there playing with my kids and his kids. Now, what do I look like? I look like a moron, an unhelper. And my wife sees him playing with my kids, and guess what she's thinking? She's thinking, why isn't Clevon out there playing with his own kids? And Kareem's doing all playing with both people's kids. So, you're right, maybe Muslims do destroy neighborhoods because he's destroyed my life. So that's, if that's Islam, I don't want anything to do with it because it seems like they're destroying our family. So that's it for now. Keep you posted.